Even though I've had this light for like 4 or 5 years, I still click it the wrong way, the way that never works. I have to click it back to finally get the light working. It never seriously gets ingrained in there which way to turn that thing. Well, this video is gonna be, for the most part, basically one of my most unplanned videos so far, but you know what? Let's just kind of see how this whole thing goes, because, I mean, I haven't done a video like this in such a long time on this channel. Everything is all about some crazy game, you know, trying to cover it as quick as I can, lots of flashy editing. This video, though, is gonna be a bit of a break in that, just for the day, and there's a reason why we're doing this video more specifically. So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here. Now, I actually got an email the other day from YouTube, just randomly. Like, I was searching the same way I always do, but this one was titled a little bit differently. I can't remember exactly what the email said or the title, but it mentioned that my channel's birthday was basically coming up. So, you know, get ready to celebrate, see what's going down. I didn't even know it was coming around this soon, I'm not even gonna lie. So I took a look on my channel and I realized that as of, well, I guess the uploading of this video here today, but I'm actually recording this a day before, my channel has now been around for 7 years on YouTube, guys. 7 freaking years! Dang. That's kind of crazy. That's actually insane, though. 2,556 days I have spent working and just crafting whatever exists on this channel. Bro, I need friends. Like, you know, it's a long time to have spent with just me making content back to back. It feels kind of weird to think that 7 years have gone by that fast. That's nearly 25% of my life, which is crazy, man. What I love the most, though, about the YouTube email, okay, was that it was kind of, you know, promoting this thing as like, whoa, you know, you've been on this platform for 7 years. Click here to see where your journey began. Dude, you click the link and all it does is load up your My Videos page with the oldest to first. Like, I thought they might do like some kind of real simple, you know, montage or something. It literally is just your My Videos category reversed from oldest to newest, basically saying, yeah, here you go watch them. But yeah, man, like 7 years, it's so strange to even try and think about, like, that much time has passed when I've been pursuing this thing, like, and I've gone from the complete beginning up until this very point here, you know, always just working, trying to craft things, get things going. It's a long time in the making. 7 years isn't, you don't just sleep and then 7 years have gone by. Like, that's a significant chunk of my life that I've already spent just dedicated towards this craft and whatever my channel has become right now. Before I actually go into the details, though, about my channel, there's something much more important that I just want to discuss, and you guys have probably already seen it when you clicked on the video, and that is that on this video here, I have attached a fundraiser for Ukraine. I want to do my part and try and raise some money so I can help just some people who need it far more than me. You can donate to it very simply, or you don't have to donate to it. It's just there for those of you guys who do want to also support me on this journey. I might actually make some kind of goal, like maybe if X amount is raised, it'll be in the pinned comment what the actual goals will be. I'll, like, I don't know, buy some super expensive tea and do like another tea review or something like that. I've donated several times to some Ukraine charities, but it doesn't feel enough. Like, I am doing something, yes, but if I could somehow use my channel or just something else to encourage a few more people to be able to just donate, you know, whatever they can, then I feel like that's kind of my responsibility at this moment. It feels like it's the right thing that I should be doing. I don't know what the goal is. I don't even know if it's going to be the actual goal that I want to get. I've never done one of these kind of like fundraiser things before, so this whole thing is completely new to me. But what I just want to make sure to do is do something. You know, the world's kind of going to crap. We got like rising fuel costs and like gas and stuff like that is going absolutely crazy. But it really kind of had me thinking about just the world as a whole. And this sounds kind of crazy to say, but how lucky we are to be able to care about rising fuel and electricity costs at this minute in time. We can worry about monetary things, you know, how am I gonna get fuel for my car, things like that. Like, it's such a small thing when you think about the other things happening right now in the world. One of the things that kind of, it gave me like a super big reality check. It was an incredibly simple thing, but I decided, like, you know, I'd finished work for the day and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go take a bath. I'm gonna go chill and just like relax for a bit. I was just like, I was sitting in the water, and that simple thing, I felt so spoiled. And like I didn't deserve, it's so hard to explain, but such a normal thing that people can do. Like, I just felt like it's just a privilege to be able to still be able to do that. I could sit there in the bathtub, like, and just not think about anything and just hear silence. It's such a weird thing to be able to say. We forget how lucky we seriously are to have to worry about things like my phone's, I gotta put my phone on charge, you know, like, it's kind of crazy how weird this world can be at times. So I just wanted to include this message, guys. I just want to do my part. You can do something if you want. To everyone who can donate, thank you so much. But let's talk about this weird journey that I've been on then for the last 7 years. Like the ups, the downs. Like we have had some really weird things happen. I went through the apocalypse, bro. I can say I've been there. Other times, like, you know, me predicting the fact that, I don't know, maybe my run was over on YouTube, like back in 2017, 18, you know, I had a good experience, but maybe it was gonna start slowing down. And then like 2020 and 2021 happened and my channel just went to like complete new heights that I really didn't anticipate coming along. And also the sad times when things happen on YouTube that you really can't explain and you let it get to you in such a way that it don't feel good. It really don't feel good. So, I kind of want to talk about some things like that just so that maybe you guys can perhaps relate to it too and you might get some kind of meaning from it because I think we all experience the same thing still. I know for a fact that like back in 2015, 2016, I still feel the same emotions when I'm making videos and if things don't do so well or if they do even better, like I feel the exact same emotions inside, the amount of care and stuff. At the minute, the channel is kind of like starting to simmer down. Like we had that super high moment with the views. It's kind of calming down, but still way above where I thought things would be. But I just want to try and still keep focusing on having fun because I actually want to talk about that because it's a very logical reason why it's happening. And maybe people are doing the same thing. They might be, you know, experiencing a similar thing too. And I'll just give my kind of words of reason on this, what I have personally learned and I've discussed with copious other people. Views can seriously affect you on YouTube. I had this interesting email from such a nice person. Like, I know you meant so good, but I just want to explain. I got an email saying that, you know, like, don't try and get too down about your views dropping recently because we can see it happening. Guys, I checked my upload. My most recent upload had 220,000 views in one day. Okay? I will never be sad at getting 200,000 views in one day. I think people forget how many people that actually is. 200,000 is an incredibly... It's just, you can't even comprehend that. Like, if I was to tell you to, like, okay, imagine 200,000, you try, you will fail, me too. There's this thing that kind of happens on YouTube, and it's almost like cyclic. Like, it happens all of the time, no matter what, and I'm sure it happens to maybe even the biggest creators out there at some point in time, but your channel kind of goes through this cycle of like, basically sometimes, you know, you'll be making content and it'll just be going nice and straight, but then YouTube will recommend your channel and begin to promote really the work that you're doing, and your views go way up, and it feels good, man. Obviously, like, you want to make videos for people, right? That's the whole point in doing it. You want to try and bring some happiness, bring something to some people. If you see more people enjoying it, the objective is obviously achieved. There is a baseline that channels have in terms of like a viewership. You can go and see that, like if you go into your analytics or something, but when YouTube decides to recommend your channel, like, bro, things go. See, the thing about that though is that when your content gets recommended by YouTube, that does not last forever. What lasts forever is your viewership that's always kind of slowly growing up over time. It's like, this is the line of path of your just like, you know, your subscribers and stuff going up, but really it kind of looks like this, guys. Like, it always goes through ups and downs, like peaks and valleys, and then drops back down. It's never a straight line. What tends to happen, and I know it's not YouTube's fault, and still, like, you get the good times, if not you would never have them, but then YouTube, in the way that it kind of figures out like recommending your channel and stuff like that, when the time comes for them to then remove you from the recommended, let someone else have the spotlight, it's kind of brutal. Not everyone, of course, has this happen, but for me personally, like, I sometimes can always see when it happens. I've spoken to Razbowski about this thing where views would just drop like 30% overnight, even though I know it's YouTube responsible for example, doing that recommended cycle. I still try and like find ways to blame myself, how I made that happen. What did I do wrong, you know? Because then all of a sudden, that exact same content that the week before was doing so well, it underperforms to such a degree where it sucks all motivation out of you. There isn't really anything that YouTube can do to prevent that. It's the way the YouTube algorithm is just kind of doing its thing by recommended. And what always happens as well is like, there's always this that goes down, but then a couple of weeks, months later, it just gets back to normal again, and then you're booming and everything's great. So it's like that kind of cyclic thing, but even still, you know, when you're in that low part, you just kind of feel like, dang, why did I do so bad? I feel kind of like I'm being ungrateful for saying this. I can't really explain it. But YouTube is a confusing thing, and I think this happens to so many people. I just wanted to try and like just give it some kind of voice on when it happens, because I've seen so many people have this happen and they think like well, dang, what am I doing so wrong? Why have I all of a sudden messed up so bad? I can't find the mistake, and people will scour through their content for those passionate about it, but you didn't make a mistake. YouTube just simply, it just changed up the way it was wanting to do things for a while, and it will do that same thing again, and then your content will start being recommended and stuff. My message is to people to just chill, like when it happens to you, those who were just making it, or like, you know, they thought they had their shot and then their channel started dying. Don't freak out. Do not freak out. Your time in the recommended or whatever will then come again. It's just the way YouTube always does that cycle thing, you know, taking one out, putting a new one in, and then it's your turn again, and then they just keep constantly looping with that thing. So try not to get too down. I have no idea what this video has turned into, guys. I was just like voicing a certain thing that I'm experiencing on the channel, I guess, at the minute in time. And, you know, I've had this happen for years in the background. It's something that all creators always have happened. So I just wanted to throw that in there. I always feel like in these talking videos, I do nothing but ramble and make no sense and talk about things that people don't really find interesting. I don't know if that is the case. Like, let me know. Like, is this even interesting? I don't even know. Ending that section off though, like, I think the main thing I want to say to people is that, like, I'm gonna still keep doing stuff. I get what's happening, and even though sometimes it can kind of beat you down, like, it don't make me want to stop. I got no intention of quitting. Like, right, like, I don't know, do I want to quit next year? Probably not. Like, I don't see a reason why I'm going to change my mind. Do I want to quit in 5 years? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years. But again, if I'm in the same situation, I don't understand why I'd want to quit. Let me talk about something kind of interesting as well on another tangent. So I've been having this really weird problem, guys. I've been getting like loads of pains in like my kind of bowels, my stomach, and my lower areas and stuff. Okay, that sounds weird. You know though, like my kind of like intestines almost, and I couldn't really figure out why. Like, I've been super busy over the last couple of weeks going for like tests to figure out what was going on. I thought something kind of messy was happening. While all of those tests came back clear, and what it turns out is I've got some kind of chronic issue at the minute that's happening where my brain is sending these weird pain signals to like certain parts of my body, even though there was actually no issues right there. It's so weird when my body started doing this for no reason. Here is the most captivating part though of this story. So I was treated for it, and it actually started working. However, the medication that I was put on also crosses over as an antidepressant. It can be given to people who also suffer from depression. Back in December 2020, I was actually prescribed antidepressants, which I never ever decided to take because I was so worried about all of the bizarre side effects that can happen. But when I was having these pains and stuff, and I was on this medication which is used for both things at the same time, I kind of had no choice. Like, the pain was really bad, and it was just horrible to experience, I'll say that. So I was taking these tablets, and it cured most of the issues. I still got some weird things that can happen from time to time, but it cured a great amount of the issues, which is great, right? It feels awesome. But then I noticed this really weird side effect. For 2 weeks, I felt incredibly like down. Like, I felt so bad. This was whilst I was recording Dying Light 2. I had like brain fog, and it made things hard. I couldn't speak properly. It was just like normal tasks became really difficult. Now I'm still on these tablets, and I'm on them for like another month or two, I think, to see if it clears up. But I'm not even kidding. Since taking these tablets, I don't think I realized, but I think I might have been depressed for a couple of years because my head feels the clearest it has. It's so weird. I think they're called like antryptyline or something like that. Like, that's the crap that they gave me. But my head, it feels so much more just like every day when I wake up, I've got like energy. It's so weird. Like, I can't explain it, bro. It's like they kind of crossed over. It's like I started taking these things for a pain in a totally different area. But as a result, it's cured like this pain in my brain I didn't even know I had. So I'm literally like gonna get in contact with the doctors and ask them if I can continue this medication, but for like maybe depression. So I accidentally may have cured my depression because of my bowels hurting. Fun little story, you know, these quirky things can happen from time to time, but I think, you know, instead of rambling anymore, I'm just gonna wrap this one up. And, you know, people like to celebrate crazy events, things like that. I don't think I'm really gonna do anything at all, like, special. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to go over the top and celebrate and make everyone else come to me, you know, like center of attention. I don't really want that. I just want to kind of like relax a little bit. If anything, I want to like just chill for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, let my brain recuperate a bit, because I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm approaching burnout. After Dying Light 2 finished up and I'd been editing like 1.5 hours of footage every day, like for a month, that fuse in my brain, man, like all the cuts and seeing the footage, holy crap, it was a lot. But I can sense that burnout is in the back of my mind creeping up, and I want to catch that before the burnout is already happening, because it's at that point when you don't really know what to do. So, you know, maybe I'll cut back on some edits. Maybe I'll take an extra day off or something here and there. Like, if there's nothing that really I can cover on the channel, maybe I just won't record a video for the sake of it. I'll make sure I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what this video turned into. Like, first of all, I was talking about, like, you know, 7 years on YouTube, then I spent half of this thing rambling about a view thing, which kind of always tends to get me down. I think the main reason why I wanted to speak about that was just so other people out there, like content creators, can just understand this happened, like, and you will come out of it, like, because it can be such a defeating thing when people chase their dreams, but then things out of their control are the things that dictate how well they do. But you still find a way to blame yourself. It's not the way it should be. It's never the way it should be. So I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of a reminder there. All right, though, guys, I'm gonna cut this video off here before I start talking about other crap, though. Thank you for being here. For those of you who have been around for a year, for those of you who joined in 2022, 2015, whatever, any time between there, I just want to give a massive thank you to just say, like, thank you for letting me do what I do. I don't know how else to word that. Just letting me be stupid, letting me do these edits, live in this room. Like, look, I did this for some reason. I don't even know why I made these into diamonds. I just thought it was a weird shape, and there it is. It's a background now. It's taken me above and beyond, and it still continues to every single day. So it's been fascinating, and I've thoroughly enjoyed everything. This has definitely been the best possible path my life could have taken, and I have you guys to thank for it. Everyone who's just watching the stuff, it really means the absolute world to me just to have so many people watching the stuff I do, and I just hope it's fun. That's all. I just hope it's fun. Sometimes I lose direction when I edit for hours every single day, but I just still ultimately hope that when you guys, you see the finished product, you find the fun in it and just enjoy it in whichever way you choose. Again, thank you though, guys, for 7 years on this channel, and I guess here's to 7 more. Why not? I have no intentions to quit, so screw it, man. Let's go for 14. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I of course hope you did enjoy, and I'll of course see you on the next one.